Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is the Odd Couple Rant. Happy New Year to all of you. Today, me and my guest, Pete Johns, are going to be talking about 2026 goals. And we are going to kick things off with a song from Pete Johns. This is called You're Wrong, Baby. Let's do it.
Don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
With your artificial heart, you say we shouldn't bother to create while stealing from the very people that you hate. Trust the robots, they always got your back. You push the algorithms, they're about to crack. Your machines are holding all the cards. Creating music is just too hard.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get really good at an instrument or really good at a piece of production software. It's not really enjoyable to make music now.
Music is joy. Music is pain. Music is real. And music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. 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 I got some words, but they ain't written yet. I don't know what to say, I just spit. Using prompts and getting overcompressed like Napster downloads, I'm just not impressed. People power gonna bring it down. You think we weren't gonna make a sound? We're coming at you with the force of humankind. Music will outlast all this time.
The majority of people don't enjoy the majority of the time they spend making music.
Music is joy, and music is pain. But music is real, and music is life. Hey, 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 you don't talk to me. 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 You don't talk to me.
Yo. I gotta get rid of Pete's echo. Echo. Hello, welcome to the show. Happy New Year to all of you. You all doing good? You can't answer me. What am I doing? Welcome to the show. It's 2026, and we're already here. It's actually here in Australia. It's the 2nd. So we're way ahead of you. Catch up. Where have you been, all of you? We've got to cover a couple of things. I'm a bit flustered today. I thought I had it all under control, and then everything fell apart. Because today's show is sponsored by our good friends at DistroKid. And DistroKid and allow you to release your best music, yes? And they've been doing this for a long time for me. In fact, back in 2016, I think I converted from another source. And why is my screen flickering? Oh, everything's going wrong today. Good stuff. DistroKid, you can Release your music for a very, very small price of $24.99 a year if you use my code distrokid.com/VIP/Jade. So you get 7% off your first year. There's 3 plans that you can use: Musician, Musicians Plus, and the Ultimate. Musician, you get 1 artist. Musicians Plus, you get 2 artists. Ultimate, you get 5 artists, and you can add more to that as well. You get a whole bunch of ways to get that music out there. You've got advertising and little videos and things like that. You get a mobile app so you can upload your songs. You can do it over your iPad, over your phone, over your Android device. You can do it anywhere these days. Release music and get it out to as many people as possible. But we will talk more about DistroKid later on. But thank you, DistroKid, for your continued support of this channel. It's very, very much appreciated. And as always, of course, we have to do the thing. I love you, DistroKid, especially in 2026. So lots of love to you. All right. Let's get the show on the road. Let's bring our guest on because I can see him sitting there waiting and I'm holding him up. He is the studio live today, head honcho. He is, in fact, Pete Johns. Let's bring him on right now. Let's unmute him. Boom.
Sorry, I was trying to get the thumbnail.
Remember that thumbnail when you went off air and you were like going,
yeah,
and we snagged that photo.
You've got to. I'm sure we'll talk about it later, but yeah, boy, you've got to be able to make fun of yourself and have a sense of humour to exist in this online world of ours. Hello, Jade Starr. Happy New Year to you and to everyone out there. I hope you're all doing really well and having a great 2026 so far. If you haven't a shit one already, don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
It might be you. If one day in you're already going bad, it might be all about you.
Let's do something different. We normally don't say hello to everybody at the start, but let's do it because I want to mention this guy straight away because he probably doesn't know this, but yesterday I had my best songs of 2026. And Dal, you made the list, my friend. Great song.
Ooh.
So welcome, Dal. Happy New Year. Auntie G, hello. We got Thomas Christ, the mod, the monster mod, the killer mod, the mod who we can't live without.
The monster mod.
The monster mod. Alex Backus, Pause of Guitars. Who else do I see? Mark's Noise, Happy New Year to you. Joe and Barry Glenn, they're both here. Happy New Year. Jamie Lynn, Happy New Year to you. Who else do I say? I said Alex Backus already. I think Brad Example. Hello, Brad. Bradley Example is here. I heard a rumour are you hanging out with Bradley Example this weekend, Pete Johns?
I think so. I don't really know what I'm doing or even how it's going to work. But yeah, apparently I just press another button after my show and I go and hang out with Brad. So
yep.
Sure.
I've been told I've got to do a thumbnail. I've got to do a thumbnail, so he told me to put you in it. So I just follow Brad's commands, right?
No, I'm happy. I'm down.
Awesome.
More music.
So there you go, folks. This weekend's entertainment is going to be Thomas Christ. Me, I'm doing. I'm not sure what Thomas is doing yet. I'm doing Mike Patton, Faith No More, Mr. Bungle songs. You're doing. What are you doing on the?
I'm doing some summer jams. I'm going to make you all feel really jealous. Oh, I should get you on Summer Love. We could do a little duet.
Why don't you do it with Brad?
Brad, you're on notice, mate. We're doing a duet of Summer Love over the wonderful, very low latency StreamYard. That'd work a treat, wouldn't it?
Perfect. And your following Pete will be Brad Example and Pete Johns together playing duets to each other, love songs in the sand. So that's lovely.
And in the street.
Don't expect too much serious stuff here today, folks. I changed the name of this show like 4 times. So Bradley McKnight, hello to you. Riverbend Sim, Happy New Year to you all. Hope... Yeah, what happened? What happened for New Year's for you? Did you have illegal fireworks going off?
Yeah. See, here's the problem. I was asleep, so there may have been lots of illegal fireworks.
Colour me shocked.
Didn't care. No, I was actually woken up at about 12:15 when I heard a few bang, bang, bangs around the neighbourhood, and then I went straight back to sleep. So, no, I'm far from, as much as I like to call people party people, and I call myself Party Pete, it's kind of, it's like when you call someone really tall and you call them tiny. It's the same sort of thing. I'm Party Pete because I do not party.
Until you've had a few beers, then you party Pete a little bit.
Well, yeah, but I'm party Pete. Like, see, I'm day drinking party Pete. Like, I would much rather hang out with you from 4 till 8 than 8. I was saying this to
Yeah,
Georgie. I'm
that's
like, can't
true.
we all just agree that New Year's Eve is 4 till 8? We all then just go home, have a cup of tea, and go to bed, and just accept that 12 o'clock will come around instead of having to go out at freaking 8 o'clock and stay out till 1 or 2 in the morning and then feel all feral the next day. So I woke up on New Year's Day feeling fabulous because I had a couple of drinks in the afternoon. Went to the cricket, so I did go to the cricket and just watch the first innings there. Came home, watched the second inning of the cricket. Went to bed. That was my New Year's Eve. So
I had
yes,
2 drinks myself. So 2 Scotch and dries, sat up with my mates and watched every year. I sit there, I get so angry every year, and I'm sure you're the same. I think we probably talked about this in the last New Year's thing. I watch the Sydney Harbour fireworks and just go, man, that's like $1.5 million just getting exploded into the air. And meanwhile, thousands of people are walking into Sydney, stepping over homeless people to go watch Boom Boom in the sky. It's like, and you know what sucks even more? They've got lasers and drones as well. Just ditch the explosions and just go with the lasers and the drones, man. Like, save the fucking money. Put people in housing. High horse time, you know.
I know. Look, that didn't take long. Like, mark it 13 minutes after the show start, and we're up on our high horses.
The worst thing too, if any of you guys watched the Sydney Harbour the fireworks, they went on like the Olympics.
I went back to the year 2000 and watched the Sydney Olympics.
But if you see, just before they took off, you look over the bridge, man, there were literally thousands of birds. And just be rest assured, all those birds are now dead. No, it's true, man. Do you know how many birds die? And it's not from getting hit with fireworks. It's from fear, the scare of the explosions. They drop dead. They're so frail, they just die and fall. And the amount of damage that happens to houses, it's tough. I hate fireworks.
Fireworks, well, yeah, fireworks be bad. Look, and I guess it's kind of like reality TV. I don't like it, but enough people must like it. It must give enough people enough joy that they keep bloody doing it. So, yeah, Australian Idol and American Idol will continue, and so will fireworks as long as people want to go, ooh, sing song good, or ooh, light in sky go bang. And you know what? Am I calling everyone stupid for liking reality TV and fireworks?
It'll be maybe. You know, as I've been calling it amateur night for the longest time, and Brad calls it that too. It is amateur night because so many people go out going, this is my night to drink and shine. And it's like, no, dude, stay home and drink, please.
No, I was coming out of the city as everyone was coming in, which was delightful. So I was on an empty bus, like with just all the other lame wads that go home at 8:30 at night. And even just walking through, because in Adelaide we have Hindley Street, which is like that's the street you go. It's like the King's Cross of Adelaide.
I love Hindley Street.
You go down Hindley Street and you got your tattoo parlours and your dodgy convenience stores selling illegal cigarettes, and you got everyone just getting pissed and drinking and hanging out in the streets. And yeah, I was walking past all these people going, oh my God, have a good night, and I'll see you in 2026. I'll probably walk past you at 7 o'clock on New Year's Day morning, and you'll be in the gutter going, I think I went a bit hard.
So you don't head down to Red Square at 3 a.m.?
Oh, mate. Look, there have been times in the past, in my younger days, where I spent some time, Red Square was always a bit beyond feral for me, but there's the World's End Hotel, which is right down the West End. World's End was great, and there's a few other feral places. What's the place with the mechanical bull that's down there?
Oh, I can't remember. I've been there though. Yeah.
The Woolly. You go down the wool shed at 1 a.m. and hop on the mechanical, which is a great idea. You get a skin full of piss, you eat a gyros, like a big gyro, big like souvlaki, and then you hop on the mechanical bull and you get sent flying off.
I would pay to see you on a mechanical bull.
Yeah,
can we make that happen in 2026?
That's I was gonna save it for the resolutions, but I just wanted to tell you that's what I want to happen is in 2026 I'm going to be on a mechanical bull. No, I've got as much chance of doing that as being eaten by a shark, because again, to get eaten by a shark you have to go swim in the ocean, and to get on a mechanical bull you have to go to a place that has a mechanical bull, and have not been to the wool shed or any pub like it for a good decade. So no,
There were 2 massive great white sharks spotted here in Melbourne just a couple of days ago.
The ocean is their home.
Yeah.
They swim there, they live there, they eat there. If you're in there, you're their food, just so you know. It's fine, go in the ocean, but accept that you may be a snack for a shark.
Yeah, I see sharks all the time in the ocean. Like when I've done Walk With Me, I've seen sharks out there. But these ones were actually like really big. They were pretty fucking big.
They were, yeah. You weren't little tiger sharks or your little nipper ones that come into the shallows.
They were great whites, and they were right along. It was
Bruce and his wife Sheila. They were coming for you.
Hello, Leela, and who else? Rhodey. G'day to Rhodey. So if you're
still struggling with all these names, I'm struggling to get my head around who's who. I think everyone's adjusted their names and their tags to be who they are, but I'm looking at some going, who are you again? Oh yeah, you're that person.
Yeah, slowly get used to it. So as you've noticed, folks, it's going to be a bit of a casual one today. We're going bit of piss taken, I reckon. So let's start off with this. The word resolutions. Now, I don't know. If you look up the word resolution,
it doesn't mean anything.
It normally means it's been resolved. So why?
It should be a pre-resolution.
Yeah, like
it's not been resolved.
It's like my New Year's resolution is to get skinny. It's like, well, hang on a minute. If it's a resolution, why are you still boomba? What's going on? So I had the show up as resolutions, and then I changed it to goals. Because goals seems more sustained. I don't know. It sounds smarter.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make myself sound smart when I'm not.
And you've succeeded because, we're already superior to other people by correcting them. Saying resolutions is incorrect and we are right because it is goals. And I don't know. I was thinking about it too because I do about 5 minutes worth of thinking before I come on Jade's show, and I was like, resolutions or goals, or like, you know what? It really just comes down to, it's not even happiness, but just fulfillment, contentment. I would like to tell you my plans for being content in 2026. Because I think as soon as you go goals, you think not achieving, you think failure. As soon as you think resolutions, you think I didn't achieve my resolution. As soon as you think like achievement, you think non-achievement. If you could be content, isn't that the ultimate? Isn't that what we really all want, is just some contentment? And that can include the ups and downs. That can include the fact that you're going to have a few, if not many dozen shit days in 2026. But if you're content, you take that in your stride. You don't go, I was aiming for happiness and now I'm feeling a bit sad because a sad thing happened. And I don't know. The older I get, the less I want, the less I strive for. Hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm saying, hey, don't have goals. There you go. All right, finish the show, Jade. Everyone should not have goals. But I don't know. I aim for enough these days, enough and contentment, as opposed to excess and joy. So is that just me?
No, I'm with you. You know, hey, I've been looking around. Before I answer this, shoot me the details, Rhodey. Shoot me the details, and we'll have a look at it. But yeah,
we're getting asked questions.
It's just about promoting a fundraiser for Metalhead Hippie. So shoot me it over. Before I do anything, I've got to apologise to this guy right here, Tremor Bear. I announced the songs yesterday, my top songs, and the song I played from Wolfstone Studio, I thought Tremor Bear was in it, and he wasn't. And the reason I picked I picked a song by Wolfstone Studio was to put Tremor Bear in there. F the Wolfstone Studio, right? No, but they know. I talk to them every day. I love them, right? And I got to apologise to Tremor Bear, but I'm going to make it up to you, my friend. You watch next Friday, my friend. I will make it up to you.
Oh, it's going to be the Tremor Bear show. It's just wall to wall, 2 hours of Tremor Bear.
I've got something special for him. You know, I really hate making mistakes like that, Pete. It bothers me, right? Because I went out of my way to try and prop up my good friend Tremor Bear because he's a legend. He makes beautiful music. And
why do you think I stepped away from doing anything that involved acknowledging people? Because I would just always forget some mother lover and feel terrible about it. Like, it's always the thing. You make a few people feel good and a whole giant pack of people feel bad because they're like, what about me? It isn't fair. Yeah. So no, I'll leave that with you to make everyone unhappy.
I normally don't make people unhappy. Look, I could have said nothing. You probably wouldn't have even known about it, right? No. But that's me. I have to get it out there. I'm going to carry it around with me, Pete. Do you feel do you feel like this year? Because I hate this whole thing. The people who just go, 2025 was such a terrible year, and as soon as that day clicks over into a new number, everything's going to be a magical new life. Well, it's not going to be, but this year, I'll just say for me first, this is the first year in a long time. The year ended and I was like, I I didn't say, thank God that year's over. I'm actually really happy with 2025. Like there was a whole lot of shit things that happened to a whole lot of my friends, but on the whole, some major things happened in my life, Pete, that were like, I no longer have ITP after 10 years.
Yeah.
That's like astounding, right? So if anything else that went bad, I haven't bled for fucking over 4 months. And when you've bled every day for 10 years and bled all over yourself and you're so used to bleeding, 2025 was amazing.
Yeah.
So, I have not felt that whole yucky.
No, I think, and look, I think that there's a graph that shows the amount of attention you've paid to world news and events and how much you thought 2025 was good, bad, or otherwise. And I've had a pretty good year because I've kind of not sheltered myself. It's not been that extreme. I know what's going on. I keep up with what's going on because I need to, because people talk to me and I need to help them and console them, because I'm like, yes, there are some things that are kind of shitty in the world. But I really do think that, and again, I know people are going to say, oh, it all comes down to perspective. It all comes down to the way you approach things and the way that you actually interpret things. Because if you reach the end of the year, and this is the thing, this is why line go up mentality is so dangerous. Because if you think that things have to keep getting better, this is why the 27 Club exists. This is why people get to the point in their life where they're like, I can't find the new high. And plateauing, or even sometimes going down a bit, is okay. There you go. You heard it here. Going down is okay in 2026.
Yeah. I went down last weekend.
All you need to do is remember that. Pete said so. But yeah, like just accepting the fact that the reality is that yeah, it's, I know I keep doing this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a song one day called "Life Is a Sine Wave." You gotta ride it up and down, because it really is. And yeah, so I'm the same. Look, you could count, you could use both hands and both feet to count all the number of crappy things that happened in 2025. And look, I had personal things that weren't great, and personal things that were great. I had things that didn't work out for me that I thought I'd really tried at and hoped would. And I had things that happened that were surprising, that were really cool. And that's just, you put yourself in a position to have again, not even joy or happiness, but I'm going all in on contentment. I'm going to try my best to be content in 2026 as I was in 2025, and stop watching the news. If you do one thing in 2026,
I achieved it in 2025.
Don't watch that. You'll absorb enough of the trauma and the terror and the horror just through daily life, just through being a human in the world right now. If you go and seek it out, it's all there for you. It's waiting for you. It's waiting to pull you down. It's waiting to overexpose you to horrible things. And it doesn't help. How does it help the world if you are just feeling much, much worse and knowing about, we know all the bad things that happen in the world. We know that there's racism. We know that there's terrorism. We know that there's all these things going on. I'm not saying bury your head in the sand and don't think that they happen, but knowing every single explicit detail and watching all the footage and knowing all the timelines of all these things that are going on in the world, how are you, unless you're actually there on the front line helping, how is you worrying about it helping anyone? And look, you can have a different view on that if you like. If you think, oh no, you've got to be informed, you've got to stay vigilant. But I think you just need to protect yourself. Because remember, humans weren't designed to have this much exposure to this many bad things. Because when we were living in the caves, the only bad things were happening were to you and your tribe, you and the people that were directly surrounding you, and your mob, you and the people directly surrounding you. If across the river, the mob that lived on the property, like down the road, like 10 Ks, if they had a fire, you didn't know about it. You didn't know if they were having problems because you were contained. And I'm not saying wrap yourself in a blanket and only care about you and yours, because that's a bad way to be as well. But realize that you don't have direct impact over it, and you knowing it and worrying about it and being concerned about it is actually doing you harm, because it's meaning that you can't be the best version of you to help the people in your life that may need you to be there and be positive and give you guidance. So there you go. Pep talk over.
Number one.
I was going to say, yes, definitely not going to rant about this stuff at all in the next hour and a half.
Look, it's a struggle to get rid of that stuff, right? And very sorry to hear Tremor Bear passing of his pup. Layla.
That sucks.
That sucks. What a shit start there. Thoughts with you, my friend. Hello, Chris Lane Senior. Happy New Year. If dots, hello to you. Look, it's really hard to bury that stuff. It was one of my goals last year to bury the news cycle because you can't do anything about it. And they really do want us to fight each other. They want us to be, they constantly want us to be angry and be pissed, and everyone does because it makes money. That's just the thing of it. And it's really hard and it's not only hard to get it out of your feed, but it's really hard because we are addictive creatures. We get addicted to things very quickly, and you don't realize how addicted you are to the, oh, yeah, Donald Trump's, you know, and I'm guilty of it myself, right?
Yeah.
And so you just fall back on it. But the way I stopped it this year has been amazing. I tried all year and couldn't stop it. And then right at the end of the year, something happened. I started a new show called Unearthed, which meant I've got to start looking for music outside of this community and then all of a sudden my algorithm just got full of music, and it led to more music. And now when I open up my YouTube, it's just full of all these bands I've never heard of. And I'm just clicking on it going, oh, and I'm having all these moments of goosebumps and crying and going, what the hell? And there's no more Donald Trump. It's amazing. So if you really want to try something, try that, my friends. Try going out and looking for some music you've not heard for. And then once you find a song, look at the side panel at other artists that may be similar and just keep clicking and clicking and clicking and click. And before long, you've wiped out all that shit. And it's just great music coming your way. So I'm happy.
And look at it is. It's look. There's an argument to be said, and this sounds quite negative, that life is a constant distraction. Like all you're trying to do is distract yourself from your own mortality. So if you get to choose, though, that's the good news. You get to generally choose the things you distract yourself with. And people will say, but I have to work 8 hours shoveling shit, Pete. Like I've got a crap job. But yeah, guess what? When you get home from your crap job, you don't have to fire up YouTube and let the algorithm serve you up shit for the rest of the night. You can say, I choose to go play my favorite video game for an hour. I choose to go and listen to my favorite album. Go find your CDs. I've recently rediscovered my collection of CDs, and just putting on an album and listening to it while reading the liner notes is just a simple pleasure I forgot that I loved.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing it again. And just find things to do. Go for a walk. Go, the cliche, touch the grass, feel the ocean. Don't go too deep in the ocean or the great whites will get you. But go and enjoy nature. I've been doing a thing recently. Just go through, if you're going to do social media stuff, here's the thing. Don't go to your doom scrolling thing and just scroll through and let it tell you. Go to your messages, flick down and just find someone that you haven't spoken to in like a year or two, and just surprise the crap out of them by saying, hey, I'm feeling a bit guilty because we haven't spoken in a while. How you doing? And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm good. How are you? Like, what's going down? Just reconnect with other humans. Even if you have to use your social media, because you're not going to, if you call someone, they'll just be like, what the hell? Why is my phone making this funny noise? What's happening? Why can't you text me? Delete, spam. So no, don't call them. They'll scare them.
I've done that this year, Pete. I did that big time. Lizard Day, Naya Medved, Capsalam. Probably about 15 people now I'm having regular phone calls with every week, kind of just catching up and shooting the shit. And even today, who did I reach out to today? Dragon Lady Experience. I reached out to, said hello on Instagram just randomly. Yeah. She'd probably go, what the fuck are you messaging me for?
Oh, yeah. Look, I've had a few people that have ghosted me and like unfriended me, and I think they think I've been hacked. This is the problem. We're so vigilant in 2026 to the fact that people are often quote unquote hacked, which is not really hacked. If your Instagram or Facebook is hacked, people are like, oh, I've been hacked. It's like, no, you left your profile public. Someone stole some of your information and they created a new account to make it look like you so that they can try and scam your friends. You're not hacked. No one's got your password. No one's in your account. But that happens a lot. People get spoofed, and I think people, a few people I've messaged, I think they're like, nah, that's not John's. He doesn't talk to people. He's not sociable. He wouldn't reach out to me. So.
No, it's a healthy.
If you're one of them, it was
a healthy
me.
thing to do. I agree. It's a very healthy thing to do. I try and do it once a week. I even tried to ring my friend Dylan the other day, and just it's a great thing. The other thing too with the doom scrolling. People don't realize it, right? When you're on Facebook and you're doom scrolling and you're starting to see a whole bunch of shit that you don't like, there's a little X in the corner.
Oh,
and you just hit
yeah.
that X. And if you do it for a whole day, just Xing things you don't want to see, holy shit, all your friends just turn up again. Now, it only lasts for a few weeks. Then you only have to do the X's
algorithm
again,
catches
right?
up, yeah.
And then they start feeding you full of shit again that they know you hate. But if you just be vigilant, you all of a sudden you'll be like, oh my God, all these friends still exist. Amazing. Hello.
And do it, YouTube too.
Yes.
Click the corner of the YouTube and say not interested or
Piss
don't
off.
show me this. And it does a pretty good job. It'll send it away. It'll ask you why to. You don't have to give it any information if you don't want to. But yeah, if you say too repetitive, if you're getting a whole bunch of boring political stuff and you don't want it anymore, just go to a bunch of political channels and go too repetitive, and they'll go away.
Rhodey sent me this. I wonder if hopefully I can post it. So he said to me, I made a post asking for donations for Jeff. His heater has shot craps. Just wanted to put together some help. He's going to love that, Rhodey. He's going to be so happy about that. I can't wait to hear his response. Whenever we've tried to help him in the past, he's told us to fuck off. But that's Jeff, right? But I'm going to post it in the chat. So if you guys want to head over there and let's see if this works. Let's see. We're doing this live. Did that work? Can I post links on my own thing? There you go. So head over there and go and read that post and see if you want to go over and help Jeff Metalhead Hippie's heaters on the fritz. And he's freezing.
Yeah, doesn't he live in Alaska? We're not talking about, oh no, I might be a bit cold. Isn't this like you might die if you don't have heating and you live in Alaska in the middle of winter?
Yeah. So there you go. Click on the link, folks.
There you go. Yeah, Mark's Noise says drop social media, and that this is their social media, which is cool because you don't have to be everywhere. That's the thing. As soon as I left Twitter and left Instagram and left Threads, I'm there. I'm not on Twitter at all. My account exists because I'm hoping one day someone else will buy it and it might come back to life. But I've left it. I put the big Family Feud cross as my profile picture on
really?
Twitter now.
This one?
So I'm no longer tweeting, but yeah, I think you can find the places that work for you because you don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to be spreading yourself around. And I used to get, because 5 years ago I'm like, I'm all in on YouTube. I'm a full-time YouTuber now, a full-time content creator and influencer. I need to be everywhere, and you know what? Sometimes, you'll know this, sometimes I put a video out and I'll forget to go onto Instagram and Facebook and all the places to promote it. And nothing happens. So there's no difference because most people that watch the video either just find it through YouTube or get the YouTube notification. The amount of people, and social media platforms are deliberately doing this anyway. They don't want you to leave their platform. So we've seen it, it's over the time, we've seen it go from Facebook not showing the links properly to not showing them at all, to blocking people from posting links at all in groups unless you're an admin, to it's getting harder and harder to promote things. So you kind of just have to accept that. But it's good. It's actually cathartic because it just means that you don't have to go to all the effort for no return. A bit like Spotify. I don't need to worry about whether my music's on Spotify anymore because they don't pay me.
Yeah. Hot tip, folks. If you're having trouble posting links to your favorite Facebook groups and they're not showing up and you're going there to the channel each day and seeing they're being held for review, that's because Facebook changed their terms and they're trying to block all links that go outside of Facebook. And what happened is the people who run the groups aren't noticing them. So here's the way to get around it. You ready? You ready for this? Post your link and then post an image to replace the link that gets presented from your link. And that will allow it to get straight through and won't get moderated and won't get suspended for somebody to have to put through. Because I see it happens on my group on Facebook. I see 6 things just waiting for me to go back. And it's just a link to someone's YouTube song. And so that's how you get around it. That's how I've got around it. Hi, Marshy. Happy New Year. And Pole Vault as well. Thanks for your marathon stream yesterday. I was there listening the whole way through while I was working my ass off, getting Unearthed finished. Lizard Day, Happy New Year to you. Great to see you, Lizard Day, as well.
Every time I see the name Lizard Day in my head, this might sound weird, inappropriate. I apologize, Liz, but I just think Lizard Day keeps the doctor away, and I'm like, I don't know. Every time I see her name, I cannot not say that. So I apologize, Liz, that if I ever make some weird, inappropriate comment using your name, it's just because that's in my head.
That's in your head. All right,
Yeah.
let's do this. So let's have some fun here. Last year we did this show as well, right? And me and Pete, we did resolutions last year. And we said a whole bunch of stupid shit that we were like, this is what we're going to do, resolutions, goals in 2025. And let's see how well we did. Because with the power of ChatGPT, I could go back to that show, get the transcript, put it into ChatGPT and say, tell me what our resolutions were, dickhead. And it did it all for me, so I didn't have to do
So,
anything.
okay, I have plausible deniability then, because I can just say fake news,
Right,
AI, made it up, didn't really say it.
So let's start with Pete Johns. Pete Johns. And I'm going to just read them out, and you're going to tell me if yes or no. Simple. Return to consistent output. Aim for roughly one video per day. Mix of live and pre-recorded content.
Yeah, spot on. I have. I haven't counted them, but I'm at about one a day, and I've probably put out about 350 videos in the last 12 months, and they are a mix of all those things. Hooray!
Rebalance the channel back toward practical tutorial content, not just live streams and personality content.
No, I didn't do enough of that. That's one of those carryover ones where I'm bringing it into this year because I got tired, and look, my excuse is Logic Pro and GarageBand didn't freaking do much, so there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. So I kind of had to pivot and get away from the more practical stuff. But no, actually, I tell a lie. I did add about 50 videos to my GarageBand 5-minute tip series, and I updated my toothpick video. So I'm giving myself a partial. I'm giving myself a semi on that one.
All right, the toothpick video's back.
It's up to 3.5 grand views. It's coming for us. It's going to get that 3 million. It's got a long way to go.
Dude, I have a short at the moment that's like fucking 56,000 fucking. You know what? It's
ridiculous.
But it's exactly the same thing. It's how to use GarageBand voice isolation. It goes for like 30 seconds. It's just it gets like fucking 8,000 views a day. It's so stupid.
My BandLab auto-tune short is up
so
over
dumb.
1 million, and I've got no idea who what. It's 3 years old. It's not even how you do it anymore. So
What's fascinating is it's earned me 120 subscribers.
yeah.
What?
Well, and that's the
Nonsense.
Again, a bit of a pivot here, but shorts. For those that want to get into this, and I know many people want to become creators, and they're like, "Oh, use shorts." Yeah, shorts pay you about 20 times less, and that's not even exaggeration. About 20 times less than an actual video. So if you've got a popular video and you think, "Okay, I got a popular video, 1 million views, maybe I'll make $1,000." If you've got a popular short, 1 million views, you'll make $10.
Yeah, $10.
And that's not even exaggerating. It is literally 20x
right.
down because the amount of advertising shown on shorts is minimum. Because think about it, if every time you watched a 30-second short, you got served up the same ads you do watching a 20-minute tutorial, you'd lose your shit. So no, shorts don't pay the creators much at all. But they do give you subscribers, and they're a gateway drug into your channel.
They do work. All right, next one. Focus on effort over outcomes. Measuring success by consistency and work done, not views or revenue.
Yep, I've 100% done this to my own detriment. I don't give a crap about this. Sounds terrible, but I haven't looked at my stats in the longest time. I got no idea what my click-through rates, what my CPRs, what my view counts are. I only know that view because I was like going and updating my website, and I'm about 10 videos behind, and I went back to the last 10 videos. I'm like, oh, that one's got like 3,500 views now. That's cool. But no, I'll put a video out and I'll walk away because again, I don't control that part. Once I've done everything I possibly can to set it up, and look, the only thing that I have done a couple of times is tweak the title like you've done, or tweak the thumbnail. Just if I go back and see something is completely not attracting people at all, and they're looking at them like, actually, I think it's because that title is kind of shit, or that thumbnail doesn't look good. So then I might replace that. But yeah, no, I've taken my own advice on this stuff, and again, probably to my detriment, but I was finding that it was the 80-20 rule. I was grinding out all this algorithm-based stuff that was really only adding 20% to the overall, and I've spent instead that extra time out walking or playing video games or hanging out with my family, which is much more important.
Create more shorts, practical videos that don't require perfection before publishing.
Yes, somewhat. I actually started doing this recently. I'll give myself a half pass on this one too. Again, you can't really see it here, but I've got like my whole CD collection there. And one day I'm like, I want to listen to music again. And I didn't have a CD player. So like I went onto Amazon, buy CD-ROM drive, or it's actually like a DVD buy. And it was like $30. And I plugged it into the USB drive on the Mac. And I started like playing CDs. And then I'm like, this is cool. I'm going to start doing shorts where I just play physical media and just encourage people to come back to physical media. So I've done about 5 of them through November and December. And yeah, they're really fun because they take me about 20 minutes total to do for a 1-minute video. And it's just me getting a CD out, looking at the liner notes, popping it in, playing a second or two of a few tracks and just saying, isn't music awesome? And the amount of people that have got behind that and have left comments on those videos and seem to be intrigued. And because I realized that people aren't always looking for education. People aren't always looking for solutions and problems. Sometimes people just want to, if they're going to be doom scrolling, I'm going to give them something fun to doom scroll.
Yeah, people love the short of me getting attacked by a magpie. People just love seeing me get hurt by weird animals, and I'm cool with that. I like getting attacked. I nearly got attacked by fucking plovers yesterday. Oh, man.
I got one of those.
Plovers.
Dive bombed me.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Dude, they got fucking claws. They're evil. I hate plovers. They got tiny little hooks on their wings. They can tear your face open. All right, next one. Yeah. Maintain core philosophy of helping people create, record, release music. I think you did that.
Yeah, I mean, I did. That's about all I've done. Literally the final video I did of the last year, I even referenced that. I'm like, the criticism I get from people is that you say the same shit all the time. And my answer to that is, I'm not going to change my core values and philosophy. I'm not going to say, you know what? Don't create music. Don't release it. In fact, create half a song and then burn it to the ground, because that's the way I feel this year. So, no, I've definitely been nothing if not consistent with my create, record, release philosophy.
All right, you've prompted me to do this. Let's start a poll.
Ooh.
Does Pete say the same shit every time? There we go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely do.
I'm just being a dick. Hi, Gary Hubbs. Happy New Year to you. What do we continue sharing and celebrating community music through Your Music Live?
Your Music Live, bigger and better than ever. Yeah, no, I'm loving Your Music Live. Switched over this year from StreamYard to the Ecamm Live, and I think it looks a bit slicker and it works a bit better and the quality's better. And yeah, it's been incrementals. And that's, I guess, the other thing. I think people are waiting for Your Music Live to completely change. It's the all new. You'll sing and dance on Your Music Live. And it's like, no, if you look back, if you look back on the last 5 years, it has incrementally changed, and you won't notice it over time unless you go back and watch the first year of it, where it was pretty rough around the edges. But yeah, these days it's a formula that works, that people like, that just gives us all the warm and fuzzies. And again, people want me to do, but why don't you do your top 10 songs from Your Music Live from 2025? And the answer is because we've played 2,000 people's music, and that will make 1,990 people really, really sad. So no, and no one, like, the joke with Your Music Live is every week I'm like, oh, that's the best thing you've ever done. Oh, that's my favorite music. Oh, this band, I'm totally into this band now. And it's it's nuts. Because it's like you said, you just feel yourself, and because of what I do, my algorithm is full of music, and all these bands, I'll put on my YouTube, like, you just play a song and then it kind of shuffles. It just starts auto playing. So I'll play a song and it will auto play through, and it used to play Green Day and Pearl Jam and Nirvana and all those bands I liked. Now it just plays Gary Hubbs, and it plays Jade Starr, and it plays like all the people that we play. It plays Russ, 88, 89. It plays all the people that we play on the shows, and that's cool. And to the point where sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't remember. Who's this band again? And I look it up and I'm like, oh, it's the Lethargics. Oh, it's the Lily Pillies. It's like, it's bands of people that I actually know. And I'm like, that's kind of rad. I like it.
It is rad. And I'll get to it. Because I have a thing on that. Anyway, we'll get to it later. So Liz Day says plovers are murderous. Thomas says, have either of you run into bulldog ants? Just learned about them. Thomas, the ants here in Australia, they're next level. I discovered some wonderful ants out the front of my house only 2 days ago, only about the size of my thumb. Almost. And they're really pleasant to stand on. Very, very pleasant to stand on for the first time. And I went out there about an hour later with some fly spray and a cigarette lighter. And I made sure they were all dead.
We've got out the front of our house, we've got, I don't know, there might be ball ants, but we call them inch ants. And they're called inch ants because they're literally an inch long. And they are just murderous. They do not take prisoners because they'll not be there and you won't even realize. And then the next time you're standing in the exact same location, like, oh, I'm on an entire nest of these motherfuckers. Like, what the hell happened? Where'd they come from? And they just pop up out of the ground too. Like, you'll be on like a nice paved bit of your yard and then suddenly there'll be a little bit of dirt popping up from the corners and then you'll just sort of see the first one come out and then like they're everywhere. So yes, ants are, again, everything in Australia will hurt or kill you.
Yeah. Next one. What do we got? Keep personal integrity in brand relationships, only working with companies that generally use it and trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I've say no to more stuff these days than I say yes to. Like by far, it's probably about a 9-to-1 ratio of what I don't do and what I do. I said do. So the brands I've worked with, DistroKid, I could name, they're on one hand. They're DistroKid, they're RK Multimedia, they're Steinberg. I don't think there's any others that I've worked with in 2025, and that's because there's a lot of companies out there, and again, a lot of companies pivoted towards AI, which I wasn't personally a fan of, and wanted to kind of push their AI, their voice replication products, their other AI generated products, and I just wasn't into that. And one of these days, like if I was, I'm not really into the whole naming and shaming stuff, but one of these days I'm like, I should just do a let's go through Pete's inbox and see all of the things that I get offered, because you'd get the same sort of stuff too. But as soon as you have your email address publicly, you start getting all of these offers, and it's intense. And yes, no Suno sponsorship incoming. Like Jade, I just sit on the sidelines and watch all the Suno people justify themselves on Facebook groups.
It's so fun, man. They're losing their shit at the moment. It's so fun. Adopt 2025 mantra centered on positivity, acceptance, and diversity. I think you did that. So that's a no-brainer. So we've only got two more. I only got two more. Stay out of unnecessary drama and reduce emotional energy spent on things outside of your control.
10 out of 10.
All that partying, Pete.
All that
didn't get any drama.
Yeah. To the point where, like, it's almost like drama kept trying to creep up on me, and I just kept, like, putting the hand up and just pump, 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 pump. Like, I've learned that and here's the thing. Here's my learning from this, and I know we're going, I don't want to hear about Jade's, but we're going deep. I learned that even trying to be kind and nice when people are trying to create drama doesn't work. You'll know this going in, if it's the sort of person or the sort of group or the sort of situation, and this might sound callous, or this might sound like, oh, Pete's just avoiding his problems and running away from them. Yeah, probably. But if someone's coming at you with something, and I think to myself, okay, 90% of what they're saying is just ranting, raving, not right, but there's a 10% core of there's a very hurt, damaged person here that I need to try and help. Every single time I've tried to help that person, it has backfired. It has flipped around, and suddenly I'm involved in something that I didn't have any part in before. So I just abstain. I'm Switzerland now, motherfucker. I'm just going, nah, I'm not involved. I'm sitting on
it works. No, I agree. I agree with it.
My name's Paul. This is between y'all. That's my philosophy these days, because you get yourself embroiled in things, and no matter how positive your intention is, it will backfire. And I've had people that have been very positive, that have been, emailing me and like, oh, I love your stuff and I love what you do and blah, 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 blah. And like, I'll not reply to an email for 24 hours and they'll be like, why do you hate me? What did I do wrong? And it's like, oh. So now I'm not that I'm bad. Like if someone emails me something that they're like really positive about, I'll be like, yeah, cool. But the people that you know this going in, that they're like, oh, I need your help with blah, 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 because, and then it's 3 pages of their life story.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, yeah, let's see how we can help you. And then they're like, oh, great, I'm so glad you'll unconditionally help me forever for no money. Okay, let's get started. And it's like, no, not going there. So that might sound callous, might sound harsh, but it's worked because it's not.
You got to
my
look
pig,
after
not
your
my
own
farm.
mental health, right? And
Yeah.
hello to Sunshine. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Sunshine Archer!
Hello.
There we go. Sunshine Archer. Hello.
Hello. Sunshine Archer doesn't do that. Sunshine Archer is a ray of Sunshine Archer.
I'm sure Pole Vault wouldn't agree with that. Who else?
In my interaction.
I saw somebody else come in here that I haven't said hello to, and I feel bad about. I'm trying to cover everyone. Shelley, hello, Shelley, as well. The last one, I know the result of this one. So here we go. Possibly perform live, busking or open mic. If fear barriers can be worked through, acknowledgement as goal, not guaranteed. I've got a sound effect for it, and I can't find it. You can't hear the sound effect.
Not that well, but yeah, I get the gist.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's weird, isn't it? And I think it is. All the things I said before, the reason, I'm not justifying it because I've got to do it, and I'm adding it to 2026, but the reason I haven't is that because of the craziness I've seen in 2025, because of my interactions or lack of desire for interactions with humans I don't choose to interact with, the general public scare me. I'm just going to be absolutely honest with that.
Fucking crazy, man.
Being
People are
out there
crazy.
with the general populace is daunting and is scary. Like here, I have protection. If someone comes into here the chat and starts raving and ranting, Thomas Christ presses a button and bye-bye. If I'm out at an open mic and someone gets in my face and starts ranting and raving, I have to like pack up my guitar and try and run away, and that doesn't sound like fun. And busking, I've been observing buskers, so I haven't done
Is it
nothing
going to
for
happen this year?
Yes. Baby steps. So I've already got my my rig. You can't see it, but over there I've got my webcam on a stick, like my webcam on a thing, and I've got my Roland cube that I've been tweaking, and I'm gonna start in my own backyard, and then I'm gonna just branch out. I'm gonna slowly move.
I think it's going to be a
further
winner.
away.
I'm telling you, Pete, it's going to be a winner. It's going to be it's going to be really popular for views.
Yeah. Oh, look, and if I could get past it, like, hopefully it'll encourage other people as well. Because I know a lot of people create music because they look at me. There's a funny little guy in Australia, and they're like, if he can do it, I can too. So if I can do this, then if I can be brave enough to do it, then maybe other people will too.
All right, my resolutions. Let's get to them. I've got to be as quick as I can. Release significantly more music in 2025. Absolutely did that. Did I do the things that I planned to do? Didn't finish my Dread Circus album. Didn't finish the demo thing, the 1995 demo. Got out one of the Metheus songs from the EP, but I did a fuckload of collaborations, which I don't do. And I think I did collaborations with, who did I do? Collaborations with, I released Metheus, a collaboration with Lizard Day, collaboration with Brad Example that we recorded here in my studio. I did a collaboration with Laurie's Mishmash. We released an actual Colorblind by the Counting Crows. I did the Maze with Denise. I actually got out some fucking collaborations for once. So I think I did that, and that was okay. Continue to expand collaborations. That's done, yes. Remain flexible, creatively. No forcing projects that don't feel right. Yeah, I've done that. Anything that I didn't want to do, I just said fuck off. Document and share live performances as a part of the channel. Well, that didn't pan out with live performance because the band didn't play any gigs until the end of the year. And then when they did get gigs, I wasn't well enough to play them. So that didn't happen. So that's a fail beyond my control pretty much. Channel and content direction. No absolutes. Allow plans to evolve and circumstances change. Absolutely. Change on a dime, whatever. I'm good with that. Continue diversifying the channel with the rant, opening hour, interviews. Even added a new show called Unearthed, Creative Hour. So yeah, did that. That's cool. Increased balance between live streams and pre-recorded content. Did it for half the year and then went, you know what? Can't be bothered. But I still am. I think that was in relation to doing app demos. But I am doing pre-recorded content. I'm doing this, this Unearth thing and Walk With Me. So that's still happening, right?
Yeah, I think that was me yelling at you saying, if you did a 10-minute app tutorial as well as your live stuff, you'd get a bunch more views. And you were like, yeah, but I don't want to.
The problem isn't that. It's because I like to do in-depth tutorials, and you can't do a really in-depth tutorial of where everything is in 10 minutes. It's impossible. The max, you're going to end up, and when I was doing them, they were 20 minutes, 22 minutes kind of thing. So, yeah. And what's happened over this last year is more developers are coming to my live streams, which is like this added pressure of having the developers in the chat. But that, to me, is a call that I'm doing the right thing. That developers actually wanting to come and watch my tutorials live. So, and there's more to that as well. Keep the channel transparent and personal. Staying authentic. I think I've done that. Prioritize community over self-promotion. I've done that in spades. Trust me. I haven't even released the 3 songs I've recorded this year. But one of them's the one with me and Liz a Day drops next week. Then the one with on DistroKid, our sponsor today. So those songs are coming out now. Health, this is the big one for me. Health and lifestyle. My goals were restart and sustain physical health routines. Resume Walk With Me. I did that this year. Weight loss, introduce healthier eating habits, did all that. Medical issues. Man, I'm cured of ITP. I found out this year I had a minor heart attack. Went and got it all sorted. I'm doing well. They're starting me on bloody Ozempic next week. Going to lose that weight. Let's go. Going to be fit and healthy, all that shit. So reduce stress. Don't know about that. But stepping back from politics and doom content. Yeah, did it. By the end of the year, I did it. Values, boundaries, stay honest, direct and transparent without becoming reactionary. I don't know. The rant's been pretty reactionary, but it's been a great place to vent and get out some of that stuff. Avoid unnecessary online conflict, which I've done. Tried to my ass as much as I can, even though it keeps coming and finding me. And if you are conflict out there, please go fuck yourself. I'm not interested, and I will never address it on this channel. I don't give a fuck.
You've got to do the AFL player don't argue. When someone
off.
comes to tackle you, there's a move called the don't argue, which is where you have the ball in one hand and you just put your hand up and they run into it and then you run in the other direction.
Because there's been a bit of it behind the scenes. There's been some bullshit, and it's just like, I'm not getting involved, so just fuck off. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. Continue fostering and supporting non-toxic creative community. Yes, indeed. Keep showing up for others, especially during loss or hardship. And that's I've had a lot of friends lose people this year, and that's it. That's my thing. Try and put others first. Yeah. So I think I achieved most of those things.
That's good reflection. And I think I forgot that we did it, but now I recall it. We did like a keep, stop, start kind of thing, didn't we? We got all sort of corporate woo on it and did that. But no, it's good to do that and look back and go, for those that maybe feel like you failed in 2025 was crap, think of all the things you did do. I don't think we celebrate our victories and we celebrate the wins enough. And yeah, you probably did more. And just keep on keeping on. Like there was a comment in there from Lord Cyclone saying, I just want to just keep making music. I don't want to give up. But here's the thing. People get very black and white with this stuff. And like, not talking directly to you, but other people that have said to me, oh, that's it. I'm done with music. You just need to add something to that. For now, or this week, this month, maybe even this year. But music's not the sort of thing that's you have to abandon and then never come back to. No. Sometimes you're just not feeling it. And there's people that are in this community right now that haven't made a song in 3 years, but they're here as the cheerleaders. They're here in the community. They're here getting motivation. And one day it'll just be like, it'll probably be when you least expect it. It'll just come back and you'll be like, okay, now I'm ready. Now I'm doing this. And then you'll start making music again. So I went 20 years without making music. So from the age of 20 to almost 40, I didn't make, play, have anything to do with music. I listened to a lot of music, and went to lots of gigs and did all that. But my guitar was gathering dust in the court to the point where I nearly sold it. I nearly sold my guitar. Glad I didn't, because now I've still got the same guitar I had when I was 17. But yeah, people again, not calling you out specifically, But people get very black and white with this stuff. They're like, I'm this now, and now I'm not, and never will be again. And that's just not the way life works. Life is all the grey areas. It's not the black and white.
And hello to Lord Cyclone and Hugh Caldwell as well.
Yes.
Now, and Michael Thompson, Happy New Year to you all. One thing I said last year, and I'm glad I said it, and look, if you're feeling this way, try it, right? It really worked for me. I knew last year that I didn't give a fuck about music anymore. I wasn't making it. I didn't really want to make it. I was quite content doing demos and supporting everybody else, but it just wasn't, I wasn't feeling it anymore. And you know what? It's okay to not want to feel, it's okay. And the best way for me was to verbalize it and say it to all my friends. I'm just not feeling music. In fact, I don't give a fuck about music at the moment. And it felt really cathartic just to say it and go, it's okay. And I think that's my mantra for this year going forward, which I've kind of let the cat out of the bag, is it's okay. It's okay, right? Just it's okay to feel these ways and say these things. And it's one of the reasons in my house here, I talk a lot to myself. I'd hate you guys to hear conversations with me and myself in this house, but I feel it's so much better just to say shit out loud and go blah, blah, blah. Because as you said, my mum used to say, it's better out than in. She was talking about farts, but it applies, right? You bottle the stuff up and you worry about it and churn it out and just yell it from the door, yell it from the window. I hate music at the moment. I'm not making it. I just can't connect with it. I'm going to go do something else. Fuck music, because music isn't everything, right? And for me, how I got over it this year was actually, and this comes back to what you said about how all the music a lot of us listen to now is people in this community. And I'm the same. Now, I don't want anybody to take this as offensive. But for me, I felt like this year, and I talked to my mates, Russ, about this, that I felt like I was listening to too much music in this community. And that's not saying that the music's shit. It's saying I'd lost touch with all this other music that was out there that I used to listen to and going out and finding other stuff. Because, like, you can sit there and listen to your peers all day long and the people you see each day, but that doesn't always inspire you to make the music you want to make. And sometimes you got to go and find something else. And by the end of this year, I started doing that. And that's why Unearthed started, because I wanted to go out and start finding other music and then introduce it and mix it all up with our community. And fuck me, did it make a difference, because I found a band this week. And I'm going to play it on Unearthed. And after this show, I'll share who they are with you, Pete. I know you're going to fucking love them. Everyone I've sent them to have just gone, oh my God, sent photos of goosebumps. And sometimes you find a band that just fucking does it. And I haven't had that feeling for a few years. And this week, I found one of those bands that every time I think about this song that they've got, it fucking makes, I don't even have to hear it. It makes me fucking cry. That's powerful shit. And that has got me into making music again. That's got me alive and thinking, damn, man. And what else it's done is it's made me realize AI is fucked. It's dead in the water, man. There is no way AI can compete with some of the artists I've found over the last 3 weeks. There are artists out there making music that is just unbelievable. Unbelievably unique and original and like nothing I've ever heard before. And AI is just dead in the water. So I feel sorry for anybody using AI because you're fucked. But there you go. In fact, before we do anything else, I should play another song. We played What Song Are Yours? And I'm going to heavy things up and then we'll do our ad. I'll make sure that you can hear the song because Zoom changed all their stupid features now. So I've got to click it over when you want to hear music. Ridiculous.
Nice.
So this is a bit of Metheist. End of days.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Let's do it, baby. Boom. Hey, Metheist, good fun. Coldacre joined me on that to help do the solo and all that stuff, and it was a great song to do. And now let's hear from a word from today's sponsor, DistroKid. Let's oge, baby. This presentation is proudly sponsored by DistroKid. Introducing DistroKid, your ultimate music distribution solution. For just $29.99 a year, DistroKid empowers you to release unlimited tracks on all major music platforms worldwide, including Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, and so many more. Plus, use my link distrokid.com/VIP/Jade and get 7% off your first year. You'll also keep 100% of your royalties and gain access to valuable tools like instant verification on Spotify and detailed revenue analytics. Don't let your music go unheard. Join DistroKid today and take your music career to the next level. Thank you, DistroKid, for sponsoring today's presentation. Absolutely. Thank you so much, DistroKid. I couldn't do it without you. You've been sponsoring this show for almost four years, I think 4 years. So thank you so very much. Just a great service, yeah? A fantastic service to get your music out there. Let's bring our guest back on, Pete. Welcome back.
Yay! Still need to do the thumbnail pose. What a cool tune. Metheist for the win. I love the reference there. I love going like 5 years later, and yeah, like because it's so poignant.
It is part two. It's basically part two. Yeah, it's almost the same riff, just changed around a little bit. Happy New Year to Al Davis Music, who's joined us as well.
You can call him Al.
You can call him. We sure can.
I've told you this before, but I used to think that Chevy Chase was Paul Simon because he sang on that "You Can Call Me Al" film clip.
Right, so did I. Isn't that funny?
Why is Chevy Chase? Who's that funny little man standing next to him in the "You Can Call Me Al" clip that's playing instruments? I'm like, this Paul Simon's a tall guy. I was like, no, that's Chevy Chase.
Now, I was going to include some AI stuff in this, but I've talked way too much about that shit this year. But I want to talk about Apple briefly.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go first.
Cool.
Tim Cook, you're a bootlicking idiot. And I'm sick and tired of Apple at this point. The focus has long gone off creators, long gone pretty much just off people. It really is just a horrible mesh of just overcomplicated devices that don't make any fucking sense. It really feels like we're in Android world with Apple, and iOS is a shit show more and more every year, and the most disgusting thing I need to say about this is the accessibility that they have done to iOS 26 is just a slap in the face to people with disabilities. Something that I used to be able to, above everything else, you can say walled garden, all this shit, and people can complain. But one of the things that I was always really proud about with iOS and Apple was their constant care for people with disabilities and really putting everything forward first for people with and making it accessible for everybody. And it just feels like this time around they really put it on the back burner, and it's very disappointing. And Logic too, like as you said, and we've had Patrick started the Logic channel, and it just didn't happen because they just haven't updated anything. And I just am really, really disappointed. I'm still obviously going to use their products because I'm so in the system, and I'm not going to be at this point of like, pitchforks to Apple. But wow, they really have dropped the ball so many times. And just to watch a openly gay man go into the White House and give this ridiculous trophy to somebody who just despises gay people. I really feel like Tim Cook is a bitch. And he's really representing the company to be a really horrible. Anyway, that's my take on Apple at the moment. I don't have an affiliation with them, so I'm sure what Pete thinks is not going to be as hard because...
Yeah, look, and just for clarity, Apple have not paid me a dollar, cent, euro, or Great British pound ever. They let me borrow their products so that I can demo them and show them to you, and that's a cool thing because I wouldn't buy all the products because I don't think you need to anymore. I think look, I will talk about the good things that Apple do. They are actually, they seem to care about the environment. They are actually still getting their goal of being carbon neutral by 2030, which no other tech company is doing. And they are still preserving their prices. If you look at the price of a piece of hardware from Apple now versus 5 years ago, it's the same price. You cannot say that about a PC. You cannot say that about any other device because the price of RAM and the price of everything has gone through the roof. So there's a couple of good things there. Look, am I frustrated on the daily by things that Apple do? Yeah. And I think the biggest thing has been the overcomplication, as you said, of the lineup.
It's ridiculous.
Trying to explain the difference between a MacBook Air and a MacBook Pro, and then the other MacBook Pro that's not really a Pro, and then the Mac Studio, and then the Mac Mini or the smaller Mac Mini that's got the bigger processor. But actually, if you want the better processor, you need to go for the Pro processor. But then there's the Ultra processor and the Max processor. We're at the point now where I'm running an M2 Ultra on my Studio. It's faster than the M4 in my other computer, and it's like So they've used all the same, like they've done the Intel thing where you just don't. I didn't know it by the end of Intel, and I say the end of Intel because I think Intel are in even bigger trouble than Apple are. But by the end, like an i3, an i5, an i7, an i9, I had no idea what was going on. It used to be 386, 486 Pentium. You knew where you stood. So yeah, that's a challenge. And here's the problem. It's a bit like StreamYard. I don't mean to compare Apple. StreamYard would love to be a $3 trillion company, but they were great when they refused to change things because things worked. The old Apple thing was it just works.
Yeah.
And now it feels like they're trying to add things from a software point of view. They're doing things like the Vision Pro. They're making the iPhone Air, which is really for no one.
What a failed product.
And they're trying to add on, instead of just doubling down on your core values and doubling down on what you do really, really well. And they were doing so well too. This is a problem. They were incrementally changing. Like when M1 came out, when we only had sort of 2 variants of everything, it was all good. And I thought, great, this is where they unify their chip. Everything has the same chip in it. Everything has the same chipset. But no, then there was the Pro and the Max and the Ultra, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's all gone. And then they've added new models and they've changed things up again. So yeah, to me, every company went through it from 2020 with the big boom, which unfortunately was the inconvenience, but was also great for tech companies because they were just printing money at the time.
Funny about that.
Yeah, right, because we all needed stuff, and we all needed to be at home and do Zoom meetings and no real life. At that time, they were just like, yay, everything's great, all in, and they hired all these people, and they just went off in all these different directions. And now it's messy because they've got, and the biggest problem, and I've worked in corporate, you have too, I know every time we get together, we're like, oh, Pete and Jade talk about their life in the corporate world, but it is. There's always this push and pull between your marketing and your tech. So there's the people, there's the boffins that wear the white coats that are in the pristine labs that are doing the actual development that are saying stuff. And then there's the marketing team that are saying other things. And if you want an example of this, just look at Apple Intelligence. The marketing team came out and said, Apple Intelligence will do all of these things for you. And then the actual engineers that were making it are like, it can't do any of that. In fact, we're trying to make Buggerlugs actually be able to set an alarm for you when you ask, instead of, can you set an alarm for 4 a.m.? And it's like, yes, I've added onions to your shopping list. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? So again, core fundamentals have been let go, and they're trying to do everything. And if you look at, say, the Vision Pro, they don't know how to market a product that isn't everyone should have this. No. 99% of people should not have a Vision Pro. The 1% who should have it should be treated well. And creators, same thing. They've kind of lost the ability to market and to promote to creators. They should just call it, the Mac Studio was a good step in the right direction, but there should be an iPad creator that is just the perfect iPad for someone that does video and audio. Don't call it the Air, call it the Creator Series. And then all of us creators will get all moist and go, oh, I want the Creator Series because that's for me and they care about me. So All right, that was a longer rant than I meant to
The
go.
problem is, as somebody who's worked for Apple, for those of you who don't know, I worked for Apple for a period of time. And same, I worked for American Express. The same reason I left American Express was they drill in, and working in a corporate company, they drill in these core values and these like outside of work values that you should have of like kindness and respect and diversity and all this bullshit. And then they go and make a change that's something completely against that. And that's why I left American Express. And then I went to Apple. And Apple have that same bullshit mantra, like it's fed right throughout the company of like, caring, being a good citizen, all this kind of stuff. But yeah, they have totally just dropped the ball on confusing. I would hate to be a genius again back at Apple because the people are so confused about the products, they don't know what to get. And I think here's the major thing. Since they went into chip production with the M1, right? Because now you've seen the shift. Remember when they used to do their keynotes and it'd be like, we don't talk about the specs and how much RAM there is. We show you things that you can do with this thing. We show you the benefits of having one of these things. And now they've really gone into the specs of everything and they've stopped telling you why you should have one. Instead, it's all numbers now. And that's where they've dropped the ball, I believe, because people go in there and they're overwhelmed with numbers and like, oh, but this thing's got this and that's, couldn't I just do the same thing? And it's very confusing. And that was why they got to where they were. It sucks. And, I think they got to the end of Steve Jobs' list there. Tim Cook was reading and went, oh, shit. I'm going to have to go back to being, I don't know, the numbers man that I used to be. And that's where they're at, right? There's no creativity.
Yeah, it's like about 3 years ago they did a keynote, and we criticised them and other people did because they put all these charts up that had no numbers. They were just like, oh, our bar is 3% longer than this other bar. And then everyone said no, and they're like, right, you want numbers? We give you numbers. And then they just pulled out, and the next keynote basically had every chart with every number imaginable and trying to prove to you how it was 10% faster than this and 30% faster than the Model 5 years ago. And it's like, yeah, you know what? It was. I still say the M1 was kind of fast enough for 90% of people and what they do.
It never
and now it's the
needed to go.
M5. It's kind of overkill for most folks. But again, like, and it's kind of, look, it's a bit like I say about Australians. Like you wouldn't. We're not angry. We're just disappointed. And it's like, if we didn't care at all, and this is why I don't get into the whole Android versus iOS or Windows versus Apple, because I just don't care. If you don't like it, don't use it. Like, doesn't have to anger up your blood.
Absolutely.
And I know like that people, whenever I say that, people are like, but then you're just accepting mediocrity and they need to get better and they need to step up. And it's like, mate, the genie's out of the bottle. It's a $3 trillion company. They're not going to really listen to what you've got to say on that note. So just go use a Chromebook or go use a Windows PC or an Android. It doesn't matter. Just use something. Use whatever's going to make you the least unhappy. And it's kind of got to that with a lot of this stuff. It's like, what makes me the least unhappy of all of these things? And we'll go with that.
I miss the keynotes where they would come out and go, and here's this person who's suffered from this, and look how this has changed their life. That's the stuff that really impressed me about iOS. Look, I'm not saying that I dislike iOS. Everything's still cool. Everything's all okay. It's just the mantra behind them I'm very disappointed with. And just as an example, my dear friend Denise Lance, who is incredible. She's got cerebral palsy. She does origami with her bloody feet. She communicates with an iPad on the floor using her foot, right, to communicate. And iOS 26 has updated, and it's fucked all the things up that she does. Especially, I don't know if anyone else has been dealing with this with iOS 26. This autocorrect nonsense, it just autocorrects everything. It doesn't learn anything. It just autocorrects everything. And I'm having her on the show next week. And this is a challenge, right, to do an interview like this. Because the plan was for her to have the iPad and control it and do all that stuff. And now we're having to try and find another way around it of recording her voice to text so we can do it all like that, because this is a complicated scenario. And Apple have made her life incredibly hard. And that is really something, Pete, when I worked at Apple, was one of their main focuses. It was always accessibility first. And they really dropped the ball on it. And that disappoints me more than anything, because we should be have as much accessibility as possible. And that's You know, I'll never forget the first time my grandma picked up an iPad and she was so scared of it. And within 15 minutes, she's flicking around and opening things. And it was just like, wow. I don't think she could do that now with iOS 26. I really don't. I think my grandma, if she was still alive, she'd struggle.
I think there's a video series there, Jade, of how to de-feature iPad OS 26 to make it back to like it was in like 15.
Yeah, I don't think you can, unfortunately.
The typing thing. So iOS 26 on my phone. I was showing you examples of this the other day, but like I start typing, and it used to be great because it trained into Pete's weird thumbs, and I would just go and it'd be like, okay, he means basically this, and occasionally it would get it wrong. But I just started typing things, and I looked down at my screen, and it just went like it didn't even try it. I'm like, so you're auto-correcting things that I don't want you to, and then when I really need you, I'm struggling here, and you're just like, nah, he clearly meant this. Didn't underline it, didn't attempt to change it, just like, yeah, that's what he meant to say.
Yeah, the amount of times I'll spell a word right, and it has a suggestion of, I guess, from maybe a few months ago when I initially spelt it wrong. I didn't actually spell it wrong, just I hit the wrong keys. So it wasn't actually a spelling mistake on my behalf for not knowing the word. It's just I hit the wrong keys. And there's a J in the middle of the word anchor, and it's suggesting to use that. And I'm like, no, that was a really... Why do you remember that but not... It's so weird. In all the years I've been using iOS, I've never seen that before. It's a new feature, I guess.
Yeah,
very odd.
My favorite thing is text replacement. So I use a lot of things for text. So GB just turns into GarageBand, and SLT turns into Studio Live Today, and SLTC turns into StudioLiveToday.com.
Yep.
Text replacement is rad. It's the best thing on your iPhone. If you don't use it on your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, it's good. They made it used to, when you put it in, put a space straight after it because it knew you were about to write something else. Yeah. And now you put it in and there is no space. So I'm going, just go to StudioLiveToday.com and it's like StudioLiveToday.com and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Like, that is an example of something that worked perfectly that you did not have to touch. Why did you touch it? Stop touching it. Just like the priest said, stop touching it, Peter.
It sounds like such a small thing to be bitching about, but like time is money. Time, it's very valuable time. And when that's a constant thing that you're having to go and do, that's annoying when you didn't used to have to do that.
I get it. I do want to go back and talk to 10 years ago me or 20 years ago me who would be punching me in the face right now because I'm like, my magic piece of glass won't do things perfectly exactly the way I want them. But it's so woe is me. And they're like, what the hell? Oh, no. I'm recording to this 4-track that has all this tape hiss and noise. You can record to your magic piece of glass and you're complaining about it? You're finding faults? Shut up.
Let's lighten things up because you released more music this year, didn't you?
Sort of, yeah.
Well, you released this song called We're Right.
I did. You're Wrong and We're Right.
Perfect. I'm going to play it because it's a really nice song. Let's do it. Yes. I'll make sure you can hear it because there's nothing worse if you can't hear your own song.
I always like my own music.
Yes. Let's go, folks. You ready? Let's listen to some Pete, who made some more music this year. Let's do it.
Everybody feels like they don't have a place in the world. Sometimes everybody feels like the bad guys have already won. And everybody feels like they don't even know their purpose. Sometimes and everybody feels like it's just everyone for themselves. But I'm here to tell you the truth. The only way through is together. light at the end of it all. And I'm here to tell you the truth. The only way through is together. So reach out and help someone else. 'Cause we're gonna be okay. Okay. Not great, but okay.
Yeah. Pete Johns. Let's do this thing. Beautiful, Pete. Great song. Bradley says, it's amazing. It's a good song. Why is it not released on streaming services? Oh, you're
Indeed,
muted.
because it's on the Charity for Life album.
Yeah.
And as respect to Russ and the hard work that he and you and Dave and all the folks do, I've left it off of streaming services, and I'm releasing it this year, so soon.
Yeah, I'm the same, releasing mine the next week.
So it will be out. At the moment, it's on YouTube, so you can listen to it on YouTube. I've got that little clip of me playing along. But it's a perfectly imperfect song because it's. And I was at the point with that song where I'm like, I don't really want to keep working on this. Is it okay to just leave it as it is, as a very kind of just slow acoustic jam with a few little bits that aren't quite right? And I'm like, yes, because I think that is the point of the song. And if I didn't do it, I think sharing the message was more important than it being perfect, because Po Body's perfect.
And there's Russ, who's lurking away. Hi, Russ.
Hello
To Javelet as well. Happy New Year to you. And Laurie's Mishmash is lurking and stuffing her face full of food as usual.
Oh, I don't think so, Laurie. I'm trying to be inspired by Laurie. Laurie's talking about protein shakes and foods and drinks and stop drinking and stop doing things, and I'm like, maybe it's rubbed off on me, Loz, because I'm trying to be good this year. But one day in and I'm already just so cranky. I said to George yesterday, I'm like, I'm not built to not just eat and drink all the time, because I eat and drink and be merry, and I'm less merry without food and drink. But I also need to, not be 20 kilos overweight.
Yeah, man, that's why I'm hitting the Ozempic. Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot, 3 months and I should lose 20 kilos and we'll be happy. And then I've got a clean slate. That's the way it works, right?
And then it's perfect forever. And then you'll never slide back, because everyone will never know that's taken Ozempic.
Do you know what it?
Forever.
No, you know what it is. Like I'm doing all the right things, and all the rest of my body's losing. It's just this one place. So if I can lose that, then everything else is going good. All the checks are good. So my cardiologist she's amazing. She's like, yep, I reckon we do it 3 months and we'll be able to get you off it. And I was like, what, you're going to get me off? And she's like, yeah, of course. I got to get off. I got to get off.
Yes. No, look, everyone, you do you. Like, I'm not here to pocket watch what you spend your money on. I'm not here to body watch on what you choose to do and not do. So, you do you.
Just want to keep getting well, mate. That's what it is all
just
about.
Focus on that. If you can do things that are positive for you and positive for other people, that's all you can really hope for.
And another thing I want to talk about, I did have it in my brain and now I can't remember what it was. Fucking hell.
2026, where...
Now, you've got a show coming up after this?
Yes.
In a couple of hours' time? Yeah,
we're doing it a bit later in the day, because Georgie's joining me. So my wife, if many of you will know, she's coming on the show, and we're just doing something fun. I'm like, I didn't want to bust my gut putting out a podcast for today over New Year's. I just wanted to relax and have some downtime. So Georgie was putting together a quiz that she was doing for her colleagues at work, and she's like, "Hey, this is about music," and I'm like, "Come on the show and do it for me." do it for me. Yeah, so she'll be doing it for me, and she can do it for you too. So
gonna get
yeah,
off.
it'll be very light. It'll be fun. It'll just be hanging out and answering some questions. Because I thought, you know what, it's New Year's Day for most people around the world, and it's January 2nd for us. So let's do it. Let's keep it light and easy.
And we don't get enough Georgie, so we love Georgie. Georgie's a star. Pete's
Well, the thing is, I
just
say to her, come on the show every month, and she's like, no, unless you've got something specific to talk to me about or something specific we're going to do. I don't believe in the whole just getting on and ranting. I'm like, oh, but me and Jade do it all the time. It's so much fun.
I love a good rant. You know, last week's rant was my favorite rant of the year. I have to say, sometimes a rant happens and you finish it and go, fuck, I got everything out I needed to say. And I think I delivered it in a funny way. I'm loving doing the rants. The rants make me happy each Monday morning to get up there and it feels like I'm cleaning the air for the week and just going, all right, now we're good. And nobody's getting hurt in the process. So hey, it's all good.
That's the thing. Punch up instead of punching down. That's the main thing. I've decided that's another thing for 2026. Not to jump the gun, but
that's where we're up to right next.
Yeah. Just don't. As long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not pushing hate, and as long as you're not picking on people lower down than you, and again punching down, we can have a crack at Apple, we can have a crack at Spotify, a crack at Suno, because hey, they're not doing the right thing all the time, so they kind of deserve to be called out for that.
They got the money. Hey, it's all good. They got the money. So goals for 26, me and you. Do you have a list, or are you just going to make it up off the top of your head? Because I don't either.
I really don't have a list, and I haven't even usually by now I've sat down and I've thought about it. Keep on keeping on is kind of it. I talked about that I just want consistency. I want contentment. I want to just be happy with what I'm doing. I've got 2 teenage daughters that keep me busy outside of doing this work. So it's not that the channel and the music and my work is not important anymore. It's actually probably more important than ever. But it's just, I think I've found my happy place. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to change anything or do anything differently, but I've kind of found my rhythm. I've found my happy place, and I'm going to keep doing it. Now, there's a few little things that I'll experiment with and I'll tweak in the new year, but nothing out of the ordinary. And I know people are like, tell me all the exciting things you're going to do in the next year, Pete. And I'm like, no.
That's a trap. It is a trap. Yeah.
But no, someone said to me the other day, it was Doug Kidder. He's like, do you ever do things with music just for your own enjoyment? Like that has nothing to do with your channel, that has nothing to do with recording, that has nothing to do. And I'm like, don't think I do. Wow. So I think I'm going to do that. And look, again, I think that's where playing out, and you mentioned it before, we're just playing out, and like Samantha Edge did a series a few years ago that's just like My Life as a Busker. And not that this is a definite thing, but I've always thought that overcoming performance anxiety, like getting out there and doing that, will actually be interesting. I think if I'm honest, and if
I've been saying it for 3 years, Pete. I want this series.
Yeah, if I just share like really honestly, like the fears, what I'm worried about, how it goes, I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting, and then to be able to turn it into content sounds like really wanky, but I think that will be interesting because I love watching that. I love watching when Sam's actually out performing and she's live streaming that. So, and doing the happy hour on location like I used to do was actually really fun. So, yeah, that's what I want to do with music, is become a musician. I know that sounds weird that I've been technically a professional musician. This is my full-time job for the last 5 years, but I'm not really a musician. I'm kind of someone that masquerades as a musician and kind of pretends to be a musician so I can demonstrate what it's like to make music as opposed to actually just buckling down and doing it. So that's one side of it. The other thing I want to do is actually record music. So outside of Songtember, I haven't done an album since 2018 and it's 2026 and that's ridiculous. So I think I need to record an album. And I think, again, showing the process end to end of recording an album, coming up with song ideas, of ordering, of mixing, of mastering, of doing all that in 2026 will be interesting. That's something that, again, I'd want to watch, and I think folks out there might want to see. So that's the mini goals. There is nothing major except those. And I've been promising a series called Read the Effing Manual.
Yeah, I can't wait
for years, and I've just been trying to work out how to actually do it, and I'm getting close to how to execute. I think I was overcomplicating it because I'm like, but I got to show the manual, and I got to show my screen, and I got to have a face cam, and I got to make it interactive. No, literally just go, well, this isn't for everyone, but welcome to Read the Fucking Manual, and just
You
sit
got to
down
call it
and
that. You got to
go
call
through
it Read the Fucking Manual.
I think I'll probably have to put some
asterisks.
in there.
Yeah, absolutely. But still. Or just the F with the apostrophe N. Effing, you know?
Yeah, read the effing man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll be interesting. Because I need to learn this stuff. I need to, especially for Logic Pro. My Logic Pro skills are actually worse now than when it came out, which is weird because I've forgotten more than I've ever learnt in the past. So I'm going to get back into Logic Pro and learn about all the bells and whistles, because I haven't even touched things like the studio horns and the studio strings. There's so many like nuances in there. That I can spend some time getting to know, and then that will lead into sort of more smaller tutorials for people that don't want to sit for an hour and watch a guy read a manual. So what about you? What's your goals?
The first priority is take a holiday.
Nice.
That's the most important thing. It's on the cards. I'm working towards it, and I'm going to take a week off, and I'm going to go interstate first. Either to where you are or to New South Wales. I was actually going to New South Wales, and then happened on Bondi, and I kind of went, you know what? Because I was going to do a whole Walk With Me episode down at Bondi Beach, and I don't know about going there right now. It's a little bit...
Peaceful, old, quiet Adelaide.
Yeah, I think Adelaide's looking on the cards. The problem has been for the longest time, my passport has expired. I don't have any other ID. So I have to get a passport. I don't have a driver's license anymore. So I've got to organise an ID, not because you need a passport to travel interstate, but you do need an ID for things. And especially buying a plane ticket, you just need an ID. So, and they won't accept a out-of-date passport. So that's been my bitch. So getting that sorted, and then going on a holiday. It's a holiday, but like at the same time, it's filming Walk With Me. And but that's what I want to do. Like I've said it openly on this channel. If we could get to a stage where I was doing no more tutorials, honestly, I would love to do Walk With Me and Unearthed and live performances on the weekend and a rant and get to that point, because, you know, hey, I love doing tutorials. That's fun, right? I still love it. It's got so much easier over time. In the old days, I used to have to really sit down and read manuals But, I mean, 5 years of doing it, you open up a synth and go, yep, it's got an oscillator. Yep, it's got a filter. Yep, just where is it, right? So there's no longer reading through massive manuals. So that's got a lot easier. I don't really struggle with that shit anymore. So time management for that's easy. But, and I think I started my 2026 goals in November. So I would be ready for 2026. Hey, James Myers, Happy New Year to you, my friend. But my deal was, Pete, I gotta get ready for 2026. So I'm not just going, hey, everybody, these are the things I'm going to do. I have to actually have a plan for that. And the plan was Unearthed. And how do you, because like, let's not bullshit around. YouTube and being a content creator and making money just from YouTube, they're making it really hard, right? I know there's some great tools. Hi YouTube, hi my boss, and there's some tools that are really cool, but it's hard, right? They're kind of talking out of one side of their mouth and saying other shit out of the other side. With, you know, we don't want AI slop, but at the same time, we're gonna like put AI slop in all the shorts and stuff, and it makes it hard. And Rhett's here as well. Happy New Year to you as well, Rhett. So the idea was, how can I? Because I love DistroKid. Hi DistroKid. You guys, I couldn't. You know, this channel wouldn't survive without DistroKid. But like I think the thing you deal with as well too. How do you get sponsors on board that aren't like Raid Shadow Legends and a VPN and like all these other channels have, right? I don't want to do that shit. And this year, last year, it was, who do I deal with the most? Developers, man. Like, I've had a 5-year relationship with them. And I don't really ask for anything from them, just some codes to give away, which get generated for free anyway as a developer, right? And it was like, how do I find a way to get people involved to sponsor the show? And it was, you know what? I'd love to do a show where I play music, people's music, but I just don't want to play people's music from this community. I want to still play people's music from the community, but I want to play new music and try and bring in new artists into this community, because that's a really hard thing to do. It's really hard to get them. I've interviewed lots of people outside of this community, but it's hard to get them to stay. And yeah, so last year I reached out to a whole bunch of developers and said, would you be involved in this show, Unearthed? And I'll make an ad for you. Why not? I've got a green screen. Let's make some fun ads. And it's really kicked off. It's been really interesting watching companies like Baby Audio and Nembrini, and these are good companies, big companies, jump on board. And I'm very excited for 2026 because I've opened it up now. I'm just going to say it now. It's going to get announced tomorrow. But for Unearthed, if you're an artist and you make music, you've got an album coming out or you've got a song that you want to promote, you can also get a sponsorship on Unearthed. And I'll make a fucking ad for you for your music. Why not have artists promote their album on a show which, you know, and to tell you what, as Thomas would say, it's criminally cheap to get a sponsorship on that show. It's so cheap, I'm ripping myself off. But yeah, but that's something I'm really excited about. And the other thing too, the goal with that is there's so many levels to it, right? Because not only does it allow me to play great music, I'm getting into new music as well. I'm getting to play all my great friends' music. I'm also getting a little bit more income in, which is, hey, awesome to be able to afford a holiday and this kind of stuff. I'm just being totally honest with you guys. But it's also allowing me to get more influences to make more music myself. Like just on hearing all these artists recently, fuck, it's got my brain going, who knew that was the thing, to just go outside and find some music that I've never heard before and get inspired. And the other thing is it's giving me a foot in the door to get some higher profile artists on the show for an interview by playing their music. And already I can announce this right now. Last week's Unearthed, we ended with a band called Carver Luis, and they're blowing up at the moment, really blowing up on YouTube, and they're touring the world. They saw the show, they saw Unearthed, and they want to come on for an interview. So it's already working, right? So I think I'm just going to keep going down that path and do Walk With Me, keep pushing. And I think the main thing, my main goal is, again, something I've already started, is time management. And stop putting off things till the last minute, because I still do it. I'm not sure if you are guilty of this as well, but I get to the end of the week and I'm like, shit, I haven't done the ad for the... And just actually getting up and going and doing the thing early in the week and getting it done. Like this week I've got Unearthed already up. And today I got a day off to make music. You know, I think that's an important thing, time management, and just stop sitting on the couch and being a lazy bitch. Right.
Oh no, couch is pretty comfy.
Yeah, and I just bought a new one.
Cricket to watch.
But hey, look, I'm hungry, Pete. I'll tell you what. The diagnosis of my health this year last year changed everything. I feel like I've got a second wind of life, and I'm just going to go hard, and realize take a holiday and do all that kind of stuff. But I'm just.
You become like one of the Gary Vaynerchuk people who'd be like, hustle and grind.
I've got a course.
Wake and bake and just go. And I'm launching my course. It's only $97, but it's only $17 for the first week.
I promise you, no courses, folks. No courses. And, you know, I think the other thing too is to continue just trying to help people. That's the main focus of this whole channel anyway, right? Yeah. It's to entertain people, give people a laugh. Give people some things to think about, and hopefully entertain and educate. That's
Edutainment.
Edutainment.
Like
and that's it.
About.
Just more of the same shit.
It is interesting though that we kind of we're like ships crossing in the night, because you've gone from musician through app tutorials into promoting people's music and doing a show there, and I've gone the other way. I'm like, I want to be more of a musician in 2026 and do less of the, like, not less. I'll still do your music live, but like I did a show called Let's Find Some, and did a different genre every week, and found some music, and it just wasn't for me. It didn't.
It's hard work.
Yeah, it is. To do it right and to do it properly takes a lot of work. And I'm not into the editing and the cutting together and the B-roll and anything like that. So it wasn't for me. But I tried it, and that's the main thing. And I think that's the, what I say to my children, what I say to people that ask me about things. It's just like, just try things. Like, we spend a lot of time making excuses and telling people why we can't do things and why we're not doing things and why, like, no, just forget all that. Less talky, less yappy, and more play. Because otherwise, you'll just talk yourself into a bad case of main character syndrome, and then you'll get into woe is meism, and then you'll just annoy people with how much you talk about yourself and all the things you're not doing. It's like, in the nicest possible way, shut up and do it. Just get into it, and that's supposed to be motivational. And I realize it just sounded offensive.
I think too, like, one of the main things on this channel, if I'm not learning anything myself, then I get very frustrated. And over the last couple of years, doing Walk With Me, like, has taught me so much about editing and filming and going out and finding locations and, filters on cameras and all this stuff, and just so much. So when I did this Unearth thing, it was like, how am I not going to step on Pete's toes and Thomas's toes? I got to create something completely that's nothing like what you guys are doing. And then I was like, hey, I just go out and film myself outside talking and then find locations. And, funnily enough, you look at some of the episodes, it looks like I'm out at all these different places. It's just one small park that has a few different trees, but you just move to it. It looks, hey, it's all magic. But again, all that kind of stuff is getting out the house. So it's healthy for you at the same time. I am so hungry doing Unearthed at the moment. It's just, I can't tell you, like, this week alone, something has fired in my freaking brain about music that is, I haven't felt like this about music in a long time.
And that's the thing, ride that, because I think sometimes you will get to the point where it's not going to be that way. Enjoy it while it's there. I think sometimes we go, oh, well, I won't go too hard at this new thing that I'm passionate about because I might burn myself out. And look, there's elements of that as well. But yeah, you've also got to make hay while the sun shines. And when you have those bursts of energy, it's like Songtember. Like, every time we do Songtember, I'll come out of the gates. I'll be like, I better slow down. Because it's day 4 and I'm about like quarter way through the song. And then inevitably something comes along to kind of slow things up. So yeah, just embrace it while you're really kicking butt. Just keep doing things. It's the same for everyone, whether you're making music or whatever you're doing. Just keep going, because you won't always have that same energy for what you're doing, but that's okay too, because then you pivot and then you change it up and then you do something different. And you've done that over the last 5 years, and so have I. Like, you try things, you throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And when it sticks and you enjoy it, and other people don't enjoy it, that's okay. You do it as a pleasure project for yourself.
That's it.
And if you don't enjoy it and other people do enjoy it, you either suck it up and make the best of it, or you pivot and you move on to something else. So yeah, there's no right and wrong answers here. It's just ride what you love and be passionate about it and just enjoy it. I don't know.
I think last year I learned a valuable thing, Pete. I used to, like, on this channel, just come up with an idea and go, I'll just do that. And it's like, that really wasn't very thought out. It's just, I thought of that last night. But with a lot of stuff recently, there's been so much thought go into, like, what are the benefits, what are the negatives, and what are the other things you can get it to do outside of the one main focus. What other paths can you take it down to? And that's really important. I think this is going to be the year of thinking ahead. The one thing too I want to focus on too with goals is just to maintain my love for this community and the people in it. And, I can't tell you how much I value the friendships I have, the people I talk to every day and the little groups I'm in on Messenger and Clubhouse and just I couldn't do it without the people. I'm so lucky to have such a good core group of friends. And, Laurie and the group they have over on Messenger, we have little groups, with Jamie and stuff, and I've got Clubhouse and just the little conversations that you're able to have each day. Because I think you said it earlier, there's a lot of dumb fucks out there in the world, and it's good to know that there's some good people.
I mean, that may be paraphrasing, but yeah, something along those lines.
That's my version of it. And Happy New Year to Zach Thong as well. I couldn't do it without my friends. I bounce so much off my friends, and they either tell me I'm a dickhead or they say that's a good idea. So
you're not gonna be a sellout and like leave us all behind, Jay, when you're rich and famous. Yeah.
No, rely on my friends, right? Because hopefully they give you a good, honest feedback. Yes, and you do the same for them without the bullshit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's too much bullshit.
There is, and look, I think I don't tell it like it is enough for some people through fear of their reaction. And I've realized that even though earlier I said, look, I use avoidance for most things like that, I've kind of realized that if you're hanging around with the right people, you can say stuff to them and you can be honest with them and you can say, hey, you did this thing and it made me feel this way. And as long as it's like, you're not tearing them a new one and saying, oh, you're a bad person. If you say, hey, you did this thing and it made me feel bad, if they do anything but say, oh, thanks for the feedback. Sorry I made you feel that way. It wasn't my intention. If they get on their high horse and get defensive and then point proven. Like if you can't take any sort of, not even criticism, but just feedback and constructive advice, or just understand that you don't think or feel exactly the same way other people do. The worst excuse in the world is, I just tell it like it is. I call a spade a fucking spanner and you just have to deal with it. People just don't get me. People just have to learn how to deal with me. And it's like, no, you are just the problem. You are just not changing or adapting your behavior for the people that you're talking to. And that's not acceptable. So if you are someone that says, I just tell it like it is and I call a spade, then do that. But when you look around and you're like, where did all my friends go? Well, then you kind of answered your own question.
And then you have to realize you're just a button. Oh, it's supposed to be this. There you go. Oh, damn, I hate it. I've got to change the color of that button so I know that's the that's the button.
So now, for those playing along at homes, we've had 10 shits, about 26 fucks, and only one.
Zach says, I know.
I only swear on your channel.
I know. So everyone who comes on here goes, can I swear on your show? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. You go for it. Do you know, that's the funny thing. YouTube have stopped, you know how when you have a show that it's been a little bit rough? I used to get it all the time. And they go, you're still going to get advertising, but you're not going to get all the advertising.
Yeah.
They've just stopped doing it to me. I think they just gave up and went, whatever. Jade just swears all the time, and it's not harmful. So
yeah, they're like, look at all these other harmful things we have to deal with online. Swearing's the least of our problems these days.
Zach says, I know everyone for years now in the community has been telling me to put something out, and I do want to put something out. I'm just a bit lazy. Well, hey, you do you, boo. When the time's right, Zach, the time's right, mate. You won't get me or anybody. Hopefully nobody else has done. You got to do this. You don't have to do anything. When the time's right, you'll do it. And you know what? People will be there and pat you on the back for it.
Yeah, and look, we need cheerleaders. We need people part of these communities. If it was all just an echo chamber of all musicians listening to each other's music, that wouldn't be fun. Like I give the example that I'm into plane spotting. Like lately, the last year I've been watching planes take off and land, and I find it really cathartic and nice. And the communities there are great. I'm not out there watching the plane spotting. I'm not doing.
I thought you said train spotting. I'm like, what the hell?
No, not train. Yeah, I'm into that one movie, that Ewan McGregor movie where he goes down the toilet. I love that bit. But the same with retro tech. I love watching retro tech videos. There's no way I'm going and buying a Commodore 64 and doing it up and having all this shit in my house, but I love it. You're also allowed to just be there as the cheerleaders and be part of the community where there's no pressure. Even though I say create, record, release, everyone must make music. No, that message is very clearly for the people who want to but just fear it and think that they can't, or think that if they do, people are going to judge and criticize them. That's going to happen because it's the internet and it's YouTube. But again, you find a community like this where people are supportive, they'll help you. But yeah, you don't have to feel judged. But yeah, if you're just like, I want to, but I've got other things in my life I'm going to do that I am prioritizing, Zach, that's fine. As Jade said, if one day that changes, we'll see you here. If it doesn't, hang out. You're cool.
Absolutely. Just don't, one of the things I dislike is drama. Is just like drumming up drama that isn't there and trying to turn people against each other and emails and stuff. Weird stuff. Don't fall into that point, because guess what? The majority of people here aren't like talking about you trying to start shit. We've all got to pay our bills, groceries, all the shit that goes on in life. And if you think it that way, trust me, it's just not the case, right?
I've always said that. I'm like, I'll be really shocked because people are like, oh, yeah, do you have an enemies list? Are there people that hate you? There must be people that you hate. And I'm like, I really don't. And I'm genuinely shocked when I find out there was, I'll talk about this really briefly. Oh, look at Brad. Brad's doing lovely work. There was a separate GarageBand Facebook group that was called like the GarageBand Global Community. I don't know if it still exists or not, or what the deal is. And I wasn't joined up to it, but Patrick was. And he's like, did you know about this group? And I'm like, no, why? He's like, they're going to town on you. They hate Pete John's Studio Live today. They think you're a dick. And I'm like, who are they? And why? And it's like so weird. It's just the concept of having people that really dislike you and you don't know they exist just baffles me. And again, I think it's that main character syndrome that we always talk about, that in the nicest possible way. And look, it's a freedom. It's cathartic, isn't it? When you think about it, people care about you, but at the same time, no one really cares about what you do. No one cares about how you're doing things, what you're doing. That's usually a self-fulfilled main character syndrome thing. If you don't know, main character syndrome just means like self-absorbed, not even selfish or self-centered, but self-absorbed, where you think that everything happening in the world is in some way connected back to you. And the reality is that 99.9% of it isn't. So, and that's actually really freeing, because it means, like YouTube, that just stop caring about swearing, other people just don't care what you do that much. And it means you can make mistakes. You can fail at things. You can get away with things. It's really not a problem. So, yeah, anyway.
That's what I look forward to the most in 2026. Fucking up heaps. I love fucking up. Fucking up is awesome, right? Unless you just keep doing the same fuck-ups. If it's across a broad variety of things that you're fucking up and you're not repeating them, then good. But yell them out. Be honest. I fucked up. I'm a loser. Like when Tremor Bear came in here today, and I said I thought that he did that song with the Wolves, Wolfstone Studio. I made a mistake. He's here. I said it. Call it out. Say it. Hey, what can you do? Right? Nobody's perfect.
Yep, absolutely. And Professor Boomer says narcissism. Yeah, look, sociopathy and narcissism are similar, but there's variants. There's all these fun new variants these days of those things. It's like narcissists are like people that don't think that their shit don't stink and that they're always right and always perfect. Now there seems to be a variation of that, where it's people that think that everyone's out to get them and that they have conspiracy theories about everything. And I'm like, that's no fun. Yeah, living in fear of everything that's not real is no fun either. But yeah, I'm down to fail and make mistakes and do things wrong and be corrected. Here's the thing: people are terrified of being wrong for something. People are terrified of taking accountability and responsibility for when they're wrong about something. I am wrong so often. The day that I think I'm not wrong is the day that I've become a narcissist and that I've lost the plot, because, yeah, correcting your views and correcting your attitudes and your behaviors when you've found out that something you were doing was upsetting someone and you didn't realize it, that's called being an adult and being compassionate. And it's the same when you make a mistake and you fail at something. It's just about the learning process of what doesn't. And every time you fail at something, guess what? You've learned something about how to be more successful next time. So I know it's cliched and we say it all the time, but it's so true.
Yeah. Let's give folks here, folks, I'll give you a few minutes to type in, at least give us, each of you in the chat, give us a goal, just one thing that you'd like to do. And I know already Mix Club is getting Hugh Caldwell's pants. So Just
So it
type
would
it
just
in.
be balls.
Well, he's already got balls. So, but throw something in the chat, and I will read it out, and then we'll play our last song, and we'll scooch. Pete's got to get ready for his thing, and there's
Gotta
lots.
work out how to plug in a second microphone. Haven't had anyone here for a while.
At least you got Brad's got it. Brad got himself a Roadcaster, Pete, as well, and
Nice.
Wolfstone Studio got a Roadcaster as well. The Roadcasters are catching on.
You have a gateway drug for gear, Jade.
Well, I didn't talk him into getting the Pro. They both got the Duo, which is more than enough, right?
Yeah.
The
We just like lots of knobs and dials to slide. We like the
we just love knobs. All right, let's see. Goal, perform on stream this year. Awesome. You're gonna. Hopefully you do that, and if you don't, well, it's all good. Brad, my goal is to get better at using new tech. Oh God, that means I have to help you. That sucks. I'm joking, Brad. Chris Lane says, do an album this year with at least 2 new songs. Trimmer Bear, less negative thoughts. Well, I'm going to make you happy next Friday, Trimmer Bear, and do something for you. Too many goals. Ron has a show idea. There we go. Pause and Guitar says, I have to get a better job and stream. Thomas says, goal, just continue to improve at what I do. Bradley McKnight says, I'm currently learning music production as a totally blind musician using voiceover on Mac and Logic Pro. So at least I want to get one song finished or nearly finished this year by myself. Mate, I'm sure you'll do that. There are so many people in this community who are blind or vision impaired and cerebral palsy who are just creating music that only I could wish to make. Honestly, it blows my mind. Moby Pixel, hello Moby, happy New Year to you. Finished projects, close the loop. Loop, loop, loop. Marshy says to practice guitar. I see, I knew this. Mix Club says take a bath with Hugh and sink my tugboat in the deep end. Oh. Well, there goes monetization on this show. My God. Hugh says, my goal is to release an acoustic album. Awesome. Pete says, become a famous rap artist and lay down a big pile of massive diss tracks. Create as much drama as possible. Well, Pete, if you keep partying at the rate you do. Barry's goal is to learn Logic Pro basics. Gonna help him too. Riverband says, goal is for me to get back to busking after major surgery. Good luck with that. Oh shit, this is a real question. You dickhead. Stream for real. So no more test streams for Mix Club. Awesome. What do we got here? Yeah, that is disturbing, Rhett. Me too, Brad. Joe wants to do all the techie stuff, and she's freely admits she's not great. So awesome. So great stuff. I hope to follow all your journeys doing that. And if you're watching on the replay, leave a message in the chat of what your thing is that you want to do, and I'll get to it and respond, or give it a like, give it a heart, give it a tickle, because I'm getting better at that. That's one thing I've been shit at. And you know why? Oh, last thing. Why did YouTube take away email notifications when somebody leaves a comment on you? I mean, it's the stupidest thing. Right? It's so stupid because not everybody uses their phone. And the only way you get messages now is on the phone. Dumb, 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 dumb. Really dumb. I utilize that facility so much. James Meyer says, play some larger, I thought you said titties then. play some larger titles. Well, we all want larger titties. Trust me on that. We're going down the toilet very quickly, aren't we? So let me tell you what's coming up. We got Pete coming up with Georgie. They're doing a quiz. It's going to be heaps of fun. So I'll dump you over to that today, straight after this show. Let me tell you what's going on here on this silly old channel. I can't tell you what's happening tomorrow. There's some kind of demo happening. I'll make it up. I'm not sure what's actually going on for the morning show tomorrow, but we'll work it out. But yes, Unearthed 5 is happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern US time. I can't remember what it is in UK time. 10 a.m. Australia. You won't want to miss it, trust me, folks, because the music on this, it's the best music I think I've found in years. It's every artist is so next level. You know what? They're so good that they're not like so good that you feel intimidated that you can't make music that good. They're so good because they're complete opposite. They're very inspiring. That with all the AI shit that's gone on this year, to actually hear that there's people doing stuff that is dangerous and unique and doesn't sound like anybody else is very encouraging to me. So really, you won't want to miss this show tomorrow. It's going to be rad. You've got the happy hour. You've got Thomas, me, you're appearing with Brad as well. I'm doing a Mike Patton tribute this week, and I don't know what the rant's going to be, but yes. Oh, next week's interview is with Denise Lance. So that's going to be really fun. And yeah, there we go. I think we covered all things. All things good.
We've ranted, we've raved, we've resolved,
yes,
we've gold, we've
talked a lot of shit.
That's usually the main thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's like you say, it's catharsis. It's clearing things out. So I'm ready and I'm inspired to go off and make music and help people make music as well. If I can do it, you can too. And
finally, for me, I want to thank DistroKid for supporting me so much and putting up with my nonsense. I'm very grateful. Trust me, I'm very, very grateful. And
yeah, look, DistroKid they were here before the AR stuff. They'll be here after the AR stuff. That's the thing. Like this feels like everything's changed in the world of music and distribution and streaming and everything. We've been here before. It's going to pop and people are going to get bored. And
it's already happening.
It's already happening. The human music creation thing, the connection with humans is too important and is too fundamental to it. So
absolutely. Yes, so thank you, DistroKid, and thank you to all of you for your continued support here over 2025 and hopefully into 2026. Keep doing what you do. You amaze me every day. Just the live streams, the thought, the generosity, the fun in the chats, the constant hellos. You know, we joke about the hello gauntlets and stuff, but fuck, man, there's not many places in the world you can go to where people genuinely want to say hello to you, even though they just saw you in a stream 2 minutes ago. Right? It's a joke. It's a meme and stuff, but it really does reflect. That stuff's really important. So keep being you guys. You rock so much, and I can't wait to hear all your music and your goals that you reach and all that stuff. And we're going to go out today with, I'm going to be a little bit greedy because this song yesterday I finished the best songs of 2025 with the song I did with Denise Lance. Well, there were 2 songs I did this year, and also I can't forget, I did drums for Pete again this year and for Joe and Barry Glenn, so I can't forget you both. But this song changed me, Pete, because I took a chance and I reached out to an artist who I really respect last year named Liza Day. And there's something about this artist, Liza Day. She is just such a next level artist. And I reached out, I gave her one of my songs and said, here, take this song and you do whatever the fuck you want with it. And she sent it back to me, and it was a completely different song. I couldn't even recognize it. And it really helped me learn to let go with music. And the good news is, so just if you don't know this information, the single is dropping next week on January 6th. I picked that date on purpose. And the video clip has been accepted onto a television show here in Australia called Rage. And it will be appearing on Rage on the 8th. I can't wait, man. I've got a video clip on Rage, Pete. It's so cool.
Nice.
So this is happening.
I will wait up till 3:15 a.m.
Don't worry. I'll do that for you. And I'm sure me and Liz will be up watching it just going, oh my God, we're on Rage. This is the most amazing thing. The video clip's sick. She made it. We came together on this. It's one of the proudest songs I think I've ever done. I never thought I'd be releasing a song that sounded like the B-52s, and here we are, right? It's called Got It, and we'll close out. Thank you, Pete, for joining us. Thank you all for hanging out, and let's do
Got it.
Yeah, and this is the message for this year. You have got it, so go get it. Alrighty, let's bloody. Hang on, that was almost perfect. I want you to hear the song. Let's bloody ouch. See you later.
There's something inside of me and you we can't control even if we choose.